Good morning or good afternoon. This is Father FrLouScurti with Friends of the Word. Today I am honored to have as my guest Chief Robert Bracco, Chief of Police here in North Haledon, New Jersey.
Good morning, Father.
Robert, welcome. I welcome Robert, but of course we're on his premises. This is the municipal building. It happens to be the mayor's office, and he very graciously allowed us to use this as our environment today. The focus of this particular show, because you've been on before talking about going in your early days of being a policeman and so
Yes.
on in school, today's show is focused on DARE. We have a little hat here with the words D-A-R-E on it. Let's talk about that. What is DARE?
There's a awareness program for drug and alcohol prevention. It was started in California several years ago, and we currently are doing a program in North Haledon.
That's great. And I, and a few other people from the community, are on the North Haledon Alliance, and DARE, of course, is one of the topics. What's the purpose of the Alliance?
The Alliance funds drug and alcohol prevention programs through education. DARE is one of the programs we fund. We also fund Movie on the Mountain, which we do drug PSAs before the movie. We do some trips with the schools. We send the DARE officers with the schools, so we help fund those programs also.
Do the DARE officers go into the classrooms?
Yes, there is a DARE program. It runs about 6 or 7 weeks, and the officer goes in weekly and gives a course each week.
Oh, great. And it's wonderful being on the Alliance. It's a nice group of people, and it branches out in different activities, and one of the ones that I've been part of besides the Alliance itself is speaking to the senior citizens.
Correct.
And some of the topics there are very interesting because they're not necessarily issues of drug use, but drug abuse for the senior citizens. Mislabeled drugs and taking too many, not enough, taking old drugs, and that's very important for our audience to know too. There's a proper disposal method, hopefully, in every town.
Correct, and we're currently waiting on a drug drop box to come from the DEA, where unused pharmaceuticals, which are no longer good, can be dropped off at our police headquarters any time of day or night. But we don't have that drop box yet, but it should be coming soon.
Right, and the proper disposal is really important. For people who are interested in disposing their own drugs, out-of-date drugs, the drug companies themselves recommend getting the drugs, mixing them with coffee grains or other stuff, and really powdering them down before you trash them. But even that is not as I think helpful for the environment as the drop boxes will be.
Correct. That's why we're trying to move away from flushing them down the toilet or putting them in the trash, because they end up back into the environment and they're causing problems with our water supply.
Exactly.
Whereas with the drop box, we take them and we bring them and we have them properly disposed of.
Do you have any, at your fingertips, because I'm just spontaneously asking you this, any statistics about the use of drugs among young people in our environment? Not necessarily locally only, but...
Well, I don't have any drug statistics with me right now, but we all know there currently is a heroin epidemic.
Yes, especially here in North Jersey.
Yes. Heroin is very inexpensive compared to other illicit drugs. Even people are getting addicted to painkillers, and the only thing that is similar to an opiate-based painkiller is heroin. And the heroin is much more inexpensive than the legal or drugs that are legal but purchased illegally. So they're turning to the heroin, unfortunately.
And once a person is addicted, it's such a burden to get rid of it, that addiction, to eliminate that addiction, because it becomes a disease within the person.
Correct. The opiate-based medications and the illegal drugs are very difficult to kick the habit once you get addicted.
And so therefore the importance of programs like DARE for our young people, as well as the adults of the community, for drug prevention. DARE,
Well, we're trying to educate them so that they don't get involved with the drugs and have that problem of trying to kick the addiction.
Right.
So that's the purpose of DARE.
The prevention.
The prevention.
That's really good.
Right.
What other programs does North Haledon provide for addiction or education in the drug area?
Well, other than through the Municipal Alliance with the programs we provide, anything would refer to like a county level or something along those lines for the actual treatment of any addictions.
Yeah, that's interesting to know that each town does not act in isolation, but there are county and statewide programs.
Correct.
Excellent. Anything outstanding that you would like our audience to know that regarding drug abuse or drug use?
Well, just again, like I said, our programs try to prevent the beginning of addiction. Once the addiction is a problem, it's very difficult to prevent.
And as a family therapist, I know addiction is a family disease. Not everyone in the family might be using or the identified person, but once it hits one person in the family, the entire family is affected. Economically, emotionally, communication breaks off, lies develop, thievery develops. I mean, things that you wouldn't think would happen in a normal family relationship, sort of, they erupt all because of drug addiction, drug abuse.
That's absolutely true. A person completely changes.
Yes.
Because they have such a strong addiction that they'll do anything to get the drugs that they need.
For your information, I always advise any family members who are involved with drug addiction or drug addict in their family members could contact Al-Anon or AA or NA programs for the person who's addicted. NA, appropriately enough, a 12-step program that is nothing's successful 100%, but it is one of the most highly rated programs and has most success. So NA, AA is just so important for our community. And then that supplemented with individual counseling and therapy is so important.
Well, the nice thing about NA and AA is the fact that you get a sponsor who you can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they're there to support you. That's the reason they're there. That's the good thing about those programs.
And he or she has been through it, so
correct.
They know the system.
Yes.
Hey, thank you very much, Chief.
Father Lou, it's been a pleasure.
We appreciate your being with me and inviting me into the municipal building.
Oh, thank you.
This has been Father LouScurti with Chief Robert Bracco here at North Haledon, New Jersey, talking about DARE, drug prevention, drug education. Contact me if you need any other information, FrLouScurti at hotmail.com. And, of course, go on to our site. And would you like to advertise the municipal site? You know it?
I don't know it offhand.
Okay.
I think we're working on it, actually.
Okay, North Haledon. If you need any further information, contact me. God bless you, and keep the word alive and well.